face ain't no star. But I doesn't mind it, 'cause I is behind it. The guy in the front gets the jar.
Yay.
We all remember that one, don't we?
That I haven't sung a solo since July of 1954 when I sang Save You Like a Shepherd, Lead Me for Daddy. And I lost my voice, started crying in front of church and walked out. So you'll see why, but I will sing a couple. These, I believe, we learned at Camp Goodwill. I don't think that I was at junior high camp. Camp Goodwill was a fresh air camp where they sent Cody and Winnie because we lived in the deep, dark bowels of Washington, D.C. Okay, the first one. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low?
Yay.
That's how it's going to be. When Sammy put the paper on the wall, he spilled a lot of paste on the hall. He papered up a chair and papered up the stair and even put a border around Grandma's shawl. When Sammy put the paper on the wall, he spilled a lot of paste on us all. Now we all stick together like birds of a feather. But then Sammy put the paper on the wall. Remember those?
I vaguely remember that one. You didn't sing that one as much.
This idea, because as some of you know, we were just started sharing on the email some of the oldies, and then somebody started, whose idea was to do it? Corey.
It was Corey's or
Corey
Valerie's,
said,
one or the other.
Only I could be there to hear you do them at the family reunion. And George said, well, that's got to follow the real talent show. But he won't do the cat. The cat whose tail that?
Well, that's part of my fat gal. I'll do that.
Okay, he's going to do his. Good. Worth coming for. All right. So when my family was visiting me for a few days before this, they wanted to hear what some of these old ones were we had shared. And I'd sent an email to Florence, which I didn't share with the rest of you, with some of the songs we learned when we were at Camp Goodwill. And I said I was 9, but actually I would have been 10 because it was the year Jack was born. He had just been born. We didn't get to see him before we went away to camp. Sorry about that, Jack, but we survived it.
Are you 70?
Oh.
Anyway, so I tried these out on my kids, Bruce and Ingy and them particularly. They just thought they were great. They could hardly wait to hear me get up in front of everybody and sing them, but actually, I don't think they're suitable for little kids. So we're not going to sing them today. But Florence suggested another one that's really, really innocent. Most of you all actually know it too. And I'm thinking at the moment of the brothers who aren't with us today, Bill and Norman and Chuck, and hopefully we'll get DVDs to them because Bill especially requested a DVD of today's program, and we know he's recovering from surgery, and the others are recovering from something, I'm not sure what, usually we're all recovering. So anyway, Florence suggested this one, which I haven't sung through yet, so I think I still remember it though. And Bill and Norman and Chuck, sing along with me. Maresy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? Maresy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? If the words sound queer and funny to your ear, a little bit jumbled and jivey, sing mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. Oh, mares eat oats and little lambs eat ivy, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? A kiddly divey too, wouldn't you?
Woo!
The one, and by command of my public, I'll sing. And actually, it's very disjointed when you get to the end. It goes from my fat gal to my mother-in-law and my cat. But it's all one record. I guess they're trying to fill it in. So I'll try to remember how it goes. But it's something like, I'll tell you a little bit about my fat gal. She's the biggest, fattest gal I ever did see. In fact, I think really she was born for twins. They forgot to separate her. Yeah, she sure was fat. Now, she sure could shimmy, too. Now, I'm going to tell you how she learned to shimmy. She'd run down the street just as fast as she could, and she'd stop right quick and let nature take its course. Yeah, I tell you, she sure is sweet. But you know, she got the longest nose I ever saw in a lady. Well, one day we down at a restaurant, we were eating a little lunch. She's on one side of the table, I'm on the other. I said, hey, honey, you got some mustard right on in your nose. You better wipe it off. She says, you wipe it off. You're close to it than I am. Yeah. And she get all the green apples she wants to. No fear of them hurting her. She got the longest neck I ever saw in a woman. But she eats all those green apples. They get right before they get to her stomach. Yeah, she sure is fat. But now I'm going to tell you about, I got the sweetest mother-in-law you ever did see. Now I'm going to sing you a song about her. Now I've got a mother-in-law far, far away. She's the sweetest thing I ever saw when she's far, far away. But when she comes to spend the day, I ain't got a word to say. I just wish to goodness she would stay far, far away. Now, brother, he found a little cat, the funniest cat I ever knew. How's the rest of the cat?
Far, far away, he stooped down to...
Oh, yeah. He stooped down to give it a pat. It ran far, far away. 'Twas the funniest cat the Lord only knows. Why mother had to hold her nose when she buried brother's clothes far, far away. Hey, I got one for you I was thinking about. I told Marine Corps Commandant about it when I called him about Daddy being retired for 50 years, and he said he'd never heard that one. But in honor of the Marine Corps, back around 42, Dad used to tell us this little ditty about the service. He said, 10,000 gobs laid down their swabs to lick one sick Marine. 10,000 more stood by and swore 'twas the best fight they'd ever seen.
Yep.